So one of the things that YouTubers, especially tech YouTubers and coding influencers and people that generally make content like me, one of the things that you will never realize is how bad, how just awful some of the advice that these people are giving. I've talked about this before, and it doesn't just stem from people like the Tech Lead or Gioma Pro or some of these really, really big tech influencers who are just like shilling out their coding interview courses. No, this also bleeds into some of the micro influencers and people talking about coding on here. It's just bad advice. Okay, I hear what you're saying. I can't just make a claim like that without backing it up with some punches. So one of the things that I see all the time is people love to talk about software engineer productivity, how to become a software engineer, the top tips to become a software engineer, why you need to become a software engineer. It's all good. That's like the most clickbaity kind of software engineering content you could possibly make on YouTube. Now, the biggest gripe I have with a lot of these people is that they aren't actually software engineers. It's like if a musician, somebody who told you that they could teach you to become a professional jazz piano player, hadn't touched a piano in 5+ years. You'd be a little suspicious of them actually teaching you piano. Like my boy Clement here is one of my favorite people to pick on. He admits that he hasn't worked at Google in years. Now he has this algo expert company where he teaches you, surprise, surprise, how to pass your technical interviews. Oh my gosh, look at that. He's even got ex-Google, ex-Facebook. That's almost become like a mantra for these tech lead type people. Another pretty bad offender of this, Forrest Knight. The dude hasn't been in tech in years. I think he started like a coffee company or something. By the way, these are all just my opinions. They're opinions of mine, purely opinions, opinions for fun. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. He has a coding plan for 2021. He's talking about GitHub. He's talking about GitHub Copilot. The spiciest of tech topics today. Regardless, I digress. Most of these people are not actually software engineers. So most of the kind of content that they divulge into is very basic, how to become a software engineer, top 5 tips to become a software engineer, which is not the real meat that most actual software engineers in the industry need to learn about. So why are these people making this type of content? 2 words, the attention economy. Now, this is a phrase that may catch on more and more as the years go on, but what the attention economy is this idea how your attention has been monetized and assigned some kind of value, and the more tightly gripped onto, the bigger chokehold that somebody can have on your attention, the more ad revenue your attention is generating, therefore you're staying on the platform, and boom, Big Daddy Google are making more of that money. Yes, some of that does trickle down to the creators, but it only incentivizes creators to make the kind of content that is searched for and generally will hold your attention extremely well. What that means for software engineer YouTube channels is that they're not making the kind of content that is, in my opinion, legitimately valuable for people. And really, in my opinion, that's because not a lot of people are actually searching for that stuff. It's kind of a vicious cycle. You don't know what you don't know. You can almost think of it like how Steve Jobs and Apple came up with the original iPhone. There was no market need for a touchscreen based phone. Like this bad boy here was originally just a conception that people came up with. There was nobody searching for it. There was no market need for it. And yet they knew that this was something that people would want and inevitably would need, so they created it. It's the same for this kind of content. Nobody's going onto YouTube and searching for specific SSH kind of patterns that you can use to get onto your VMs or specific developer workflows because they just don't know about them yet. You need developer YouTubers to come and tell you kind of how it is and the ways that they work and their workflows, so that you too can learn what you don't know already and what you're not really searching for, if that makes sense. So in the end, none of these creators are actually incentivized to make the kind of content that in the end, I believe would actually be useful for people to become better developers, to become better software engineers, have better workflows, and become more efficient in their actual day-to-day jobs. So let's quickly talk about some of the people that I do believe are actually really valuable for people in the software industry. This guy right here, Lex Friedman. If you don't know who Lex Friedman is, he is like the Joe Rogan of software engineer, machine learning, deep thinkers. Really, really high quality stuff right here. The Primogen is probably my second favorite YouTube tech software engineer channel. This guy has influenced me in number of ways regarding my dev workflow and how I approach problems, how I refactor. So good. Follow him. Another extremely high quality channel, The Engineer Man, is one of those channels that every video you will just learn a beautiful little snippet about something and become better and smarter with every video. Johncodes. Oh, how did that get in there? Oh, what a good channel. All right, I know this isn't a ranting reaction type channel, but anytime I'm on YouTube and I see these kind of videos, it just frustrates me to no end. My call out to some of the other big YouTube tech creators: be better. Make better content related to tech that actually enables people to grow and sharing your in-depth knowledge from the industry. That's the point of this channel for me, is to share the things I've learned so that other people can approach problems and really difficult engineering tasks from a better perspective. This has been John Codes. Subscribe, like, comment, do all those things. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.